you ever just not felt like reading? Well, that's what people would describe as a reading slump. You don't feel that inspiration that you usually do, like, I'm gonna pick up that book and I'm gonna find out what happens next. You just don't feel like it. Sometimes it's a bad book, but sometimes it's what people often describe as a reading slump, though it can be more than that. So this video, we're gonna talk about what reading slumps are, why they happen, and how you can avoid them. And, most importantly, why it might not be a bad thing to be in a reading slump. So what is a reading slump anyway? Well, it's a name people give to a section of time where they just don't feel the inspiration or the love for reading like they have normally. Bored about reading, they'll just not want to, they'll not feel interested in what they're reading now, they just don't know what to read next, they're kind of lost. It often happens to me when I finish a really good series and I just don't know where to go next. I feel lost and I just really don't feel like it. But why do they happen? Let's talk. Reading slumps are very psychological. It's like writer's block, actually, where if you say you have writer's block, you definitely do. They can also be caused by you yourself or somebody else around you making reading stressful. Think about it. If someone tells you you have to read this one thing, it might be less fun. It won't be quite as spontaneous. It'll be, you must read this, or you're gonna die. Okay, it's time to get real close and personal. This has happened to me. Come on, real close. Come on, come on, come on, close. Come on, come on, come on. There we go. Come on, close. Come on. That's right. Come on, close. Come on, real close. That's right. This happened to me when I first started my YouTube channel. So after a few months of doing my YouTube channel, reading, there was this little time, a few days I think, where I didn't enjoy reading very much, where I had this little few days of time where I didn't enjoy reading as much as I normally would. Now, I realized this was because by starting my channel about books, I was making it part of my job, making it my obligation to read books, talk about them, and it made it an obligation. It made it a have to, not a, oh, I want to. Not in a real factual way, but in a psychological way. I felt I needed to read books or else I wouldn't have anything to do. And it began to eat away at a little bit of my subconscious. Because it wasn't an actual obligation. It wasn't anything factual. It was just my subconscious going in there and just being like, yep, I'm gonna go. It doesn't matter what logic. Let's go. Who cares about logic? Not me. And how did I solve that? Well, that brings us to point 3. The thing that solved it was realizing that it doesn't matter. And the reason I'm here on YouTube is because I want to talk about books because I love them. I'm not obligated to do this. And even if I didn't read for a week, a month, it wouldn't change anything. But that's not everybody. Not everyone has a YouTube channel where they talk about books, and sometimes it just gets a bit out of hand, or where they sometimes just feel a bit pressured to do it. But if you're someone who doesn't have a YouTube channel, who doesn't have that kind of subconscious pressure or factual pressure, whatever it is, how do you get out of a reading slump? Now, a few things that I've tested and tried over these very long experience of life of reading. All jokes aside, the things that I've found to work quite well are, number 1, diversify your reading. This is kind of interesting. It's something that it's a conclusion that I've came to more recently. For the last year, I've been recording every book I've read. I've been keeping track of how long it took me to read, and every single book I read, when I read it, etc., just so I can have a log. It's like a reading log of what I read. So I always have this remember, like, oh, I read all those books in 2021, etc., 2022, whatever. It also helped me solidify the fact that I found when I've been in reading slumps is that if you diversify your reading, or you change things up, that can often get you out of your reading slump. So whether you have to try 5 books or 1,300 to find the one that you'll get you there, you might want to try. I've had moments where I've just gone through books, I just tried, I just didn't feel like it, I put it down, I tried the next one, and then I found the book, oh, it caught me, I was like, oh, whoa, and I read it, and I loved it, and then I was back. Number 2. Go to a bookstore. But what I mean by this is bookstores are a great place to browse. And this ties into diversely reading and changing things up. Because if you're trying to find what to read next and you just don't know where to go, I just go to a bookstore or a library or whatever. Place full of books, I don't know, whatever you call it. And just browsing and just seeing that cover that catches your eye and pulling it off the shelf and just pow, a book. Even if you like digital books, just go into a bookstore and just finding out. You can take your your camera or phone or whatever and just take a picture of the cover or write the title down on a notebook or whatever. Remember, find a way to record which books you find there and then buy them on ebook or whatever. But I think the most important thing is number 3. The most important thing, I think, is to not be too hard on yourself. This is it might be okay to be in a reading slump portion of the video. I know you've all been waiting for it. What I'm saying here is that it's okay to let go sometimes. It's okay to not be reading 3 books a week or whatever. It's okay to not be a prolific reader sometimes. People say, you're a fast reader. I'm like, yeah. I'm just thinking, yeah, but not all the time. Like recently I've been reading Keepers of the Lost Cities, but man, I've been busy sometimes, and I'm not forcing myself to read. I've just kind of let it go. It's been sitting there for a few weeks, but if you just don't read for a week, not a bad thing. If you don't feel like it, if you don't feel inspired, it's okay. Don't get hard on yourself, because that'll make it worse. Do not be hard. This is a serious talk, everybody. You do not be hard on yourself, or I will take out my good old pen. I will take out my pen and I will go havoc. I will do it. I will click my pen on your microphone, on my microphone, real loud. That's it, real loud. Are you glad to have me back? Do not be hard on yourself. Read because you enjoy it. But if you want more book content, I'd suggest clicking here if you want to know what my top 8 books of 2021 were. Or if you want to see my analysis on writing first chapters, click here. See you in the next one. Never stop reading, but it's okay to take a break. We're ending this now.